Today we're gonna try and head up to Mission Bay. Got the mainsail up. We are out of the bay. There's our red channel marker. All right, our anchor is all set up and ready to go. We are anchored. I just made landfall. I'm gonna explore the area and see what's around here. Yeah, my alcohol stove is broken, but we're using a can of Sterno to heat up some water. And I'm gonna make some coffee and some oatmeal. I like this oatmeal because it has protein. I think this one has like 12 grams of protein in it. Pretty good. These Sterno cans, I found out you can reuse them if you close the lid correctly. So that makes them pretty good because this one burns for 2.5 hours and I don't need 2.5 hours of heat. But I can use it for 15 minutes and boil some water and then close it up and use it again. And it's pretty good for the price. I think this can was like $6 or something. So $6 for a few uses. Pretty good backup since my stove isn't working. If my stove was working, that would be the optimal thing to use. I also have a propane grill on the deck, but I need to get a regulator. Hopefully I can get that pretty soon, because having warm food on the boat is so nice. Just finished doing my dishes up here on the deck. I should have recorded how I do this, but I pretty much just fill this bucket up with seawater, and then I got some soap and sponge and just wash everything in the bucket up on the deck and then dump the water out when I'm done. You know, that way I save fresh water, and also mostly to save fresh water, but also my sink isn't currently plumbed, so I need to get that plumbed. I've also got my towels up here hanging up to dry and some socks. I just built this little mounting plate for my float switch and I got a weight in the bottom. It has a screw to keep the weight from falling off. This will also keep the float switch a little elevated above the bilge pump. That way the bilge pump isn't pumping air and running dry. I'm working on getting a temperature sender set up for my engine so I can watch the temperature. It's the kind of the only thing I can really hook up to my engine right now. I'll probably do a tachometer, but other than that, you know, one, there's not enough room on here really for any more gauges. I wanted to do an oil pressure sensor, but my oil pressure is a, I don't know how to describe it. Mine is a physical connection, so it physically sends the oil pressure. It doesn't actually, doesn't have like a sender, an actual sender that measures it and sends a current. I have it plugged up with a nail right now so it doesn't leak into the bilge, of course. This oil pressure sensor on the engine works, so at least we do have one of those. We just breached shore again. We're gonna go to the bathroom, pick up some groceries, and we'll be back. That was insane. Insanely fun. So I wasn't able to fix my alcohol stove. I've been dealing with this for about a week now, it being broken. I've done a lot of research and tried to figure out how I could possibly fix this thing, and the conclusion I came to is that it's just not fixable. They don't have the parts and it's just old, so there's gonna be no way for me to really fix this, but that's okay, because I can just replace it with something else. I'm probably gonna get a portable butane cooker and like one of those buddy things, the My Buddy. I saw this really cool My Buddy heater stove. It's like a portable heater and it can also be used as a stove. So I'll probably get one of those. They're meant for indoor use. And then on top of that, I can just get another alcohol stove. So what I did in the meantime is I took apart one of the burners and I drained all the alcohol out of here and funneled it back into my alcohol cans. So you can see I disassembled the burner down here and I completely took it apart and made it so I can put one of these sterno cans in here like this and have my, you know, whatever I'm cooking on top like that. So this should be a great temporary solution and I can always use this, easy to service, and you know, maybe I'll make my own non-pressurized alcohol stove in this little thing. You know, if I get that wick material, I can probably do that. So who knows, you know, there's a lot of possibilities here that I can work with. So this is actually going to work really well. This is way better than using this thing. And previously I was using my sterno can like this, which I just don't think is safe at all. Like, you put a pan on top of this and yeah, you got the gimbal, but it's an accident waiting to happen. So for a more long-term solution, I think this is way better. I can just put the sterno can in here like this and just put this on here like this and boom. Now I can have a pan on there like that, and that doesn't, yeah, that's not, that's gonna be, that'll be much better for me to use. We're over here using our new and improved sterno stove. And breakfast is looking great. Tonight we are making fettuccine alfredo. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Always nice to have a warm meal on the boat.